Hello, friends. I'm Leah Fireheart. This is the Fire Kitchen. I am joined here by my husband and moderator, Grognard Gourmand, who is home because he was snowed out of work today. And our Puggle Chester, who is back there sleeping on the couch like usual. Actually, legitimately, completely asleep. He was asleep in my lap earlier, but I had to get up and get ready for stream. People are here for churros. It's gonna take a while, but we'll get there. Hold on, let me scroll up. I sneezed all over my laptop right before. You know what? I can't read. I can't read anything. I'm absolutely cannot see without my glasses. I can't see with my glasses either. They're quite dirty. But it's fine. We'll work it out. Okay, so let's scroll up and say hello to folks. Hello to Brigitte. Hello. Sari, hello. Dirtle, hello, and congratulations on arriving first. Dirtle, how are you? I heard a rumor of a thing. Kaylee. Hi, Kaylee. Hi, Quill. How are you? First Bursel was my nickname in college. Disclaimer, I don't have a nickname. I didn't have a nickname in college. Also, I never went to college. I live in Switzerland. We go to uni here. There's a thing about that, actually. Des, hi, hello. Churney, hi, hello. Thank you for the treat, Leah. Churney, if you are still here and listening, what would you like to treat Leah with? We have all sorts of options, and I can lay them out for you. Opting out says the obvious whiskey business joke has already been made about the intro animation. I can't keep track of these things. Yes, definitely it has, but you can make it again if you want. Kaylee still has 30 pages to read and then 2 discussion posts for tonight. So get it all done in the next 3 hours and then we can play Legos. Opting out wants to know if Kaylee wants the Cliff's Notes. There was this caterpillar, you see, who was very, very hungry and ate stuff. I can't remember how that goes. I'm not sure. Sun Phoenix, hi, hello. Kaylee says opting out, that's not applying a contextualized systemic lens to case conceptualizations. Independently, I have a vague idea of what all those words mean, and I'm really glad that it's not me who has to parse what they mean all strung together, so good luck with that. Journey is excited for everything on the list today. I am hungry. Is there a treat list? There's not a treat list exactly. Hold on a second. Grog says the smell of burnt beans and sauce have been driving me crazy all day. We will talk about that. Turtle says the rumors are correct. I did indeed have a non-diet Coke today, and you survived it? I'm really glad. Unnecessary amount of word. It is an unnecessary amount of academic sounding word. Okay, so we have, hold on. Let me put on the, hold on, and then we can lay these out and you can see them. All right. Here's what's going on here. We have, and I will hold them up so that you can see what they look like. So we have blackjacks. These are like Starburst. They're Starburst size and shape and texture, but they're black licorice. I know that sounds weird, but I love them, and Brigitte sent me a ton of them because I love them. Then we have various different Kit Kats. Peanut butter, hazelnut, and white chocolate, and classic. Then we have a number of different kinds of British type chocolate things. Only feed me these if you want to see me make horrible, awful faces, because that is probably what will happen if you feed me one of the British chocolates, because I don't like them that much. I think that's all of them. A Dairy Milk Caramel, a Wispa, a Fudge Twirl, Crunchy Bits. I'm just holding these up because I don't know what they are. And an Eclair. And they are not all candy because I also have the remainder of a bag of Walker's salt and vinegar crisps up there. And those are, I think, all of the snack options for the time being. I think all the savory snacks were selected by Brigitte because she was eager for me to try them. And Dirtle's tough like that. Good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear the full fat Coke, as the kids say, didn't take you out. Psychobabble. It's a music genre. Yes, obviously. Brigitte doesn't understand why, but the further I can get these things away from me, the better. What are you talking about? Turney says I want the blackjacks for me, or all the objects candy items. Ooh, crisps. I'm having popcorn with bacon fat, so I'm picking the salty snack. Okay, that's actually probably gonna make me the happiest right now anyway, so thank you. Thank you for the resubscription, Brigitte. Also, hi, Jane. I see that Brigitte has resubbed for the express purpose of being able to shout at Jane. You know, you can shout at Jane via the shout at command anytime you want, Brigitte. They're very crunchy. Like very, very crunchy. They're a little weird. They're like, they're kind of like, they're like a thicker, I mean, they're obviously not shaped like a Pringle, right? Like they're shaped like in theory a square, although they're kind of curled. But they're like reconstituted potato. They're not like a slice of potato, like a potato chip. They're more like a Pringle, but they're thicker than a Pringle. I think I wouldn't like them. No, thicker than that. I'm not really sure. There's almost like a very thin reconstituted potato cracker. They're more of like a wheat thin, but they're not quite as crisp as that. Potato paste and intensely vinegar flavored. Grog did not like them. Jane likes it when Brigitte shouts at her. That's good. Brigitte says they have a better texture and taste and consistency than a Pringle. I guess so. I kind of lump them into things that, like, if not for having had them sent to me, I probably wouldn't eat them. Like, I would never buy Pringles, but I wouldn't buy these either. You know what I mean? They're perfectly acceptable. They're just not a thing I would choose for myself. Oops. I would say it's more of a cracker crunch than like a snap. Although, I'm just dropping them all over the floor now. I don't know. Sun Phoenix, hi. Thank you for the subscription. Oh my gosh, I appreciate it. Thank you. Enjoy your emotes and your ad-free viewing. They're definitely more, I don't know. They have more heft than a potato chip. But because the texture is you know how honeycomb Journey, thank you for the resubscription. Oh my gosh, thank you. You guys started a hype train. What the heck? Why? It's a random Tuesday. We're not celebrating anything. But thank you. Oh my gosh, 93% already. That's amazing. Crunch, 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 crunch. Well, thank you. Because you can. Yes, and never one to cause any sort of chaos, Archery. Definitely not intentionally completely derailing chat before I've had a chance to do anything. Right. I will continue to snack on those as we go. But we have a few pieces of business. I feel like RuPaul. A few pieces of business. Now, what is that business, you ask? That would mean that I would have to remember what I said I was going to talk about later, and I don't. Well, I don't want to get too spirally into chat things, but Dirtle said college, uni, etc. So I think in Canada they mostly refer to it as uni. At least my roommate did. But here, a college typically is an institution of higher learning that does not have a graduate school necessarily, whereas a university has to by definition. So like we actually kind of do draw like a distinction, not to say that you went to the graduate school, but like university has a graduate school. Dirtle says many things, not all the things. Some things shouldn't be done just because you can. Like don't stick your tongue in an electrical outlet just because you can. Yeah, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't. It's 30 degrees outside, aka about -1 or so. Celsius for those of you who use real world temperatures. Don't lick a flagpole. Don't put your tongue on anything metal, in fact, because it will get stuck and you will be miserable. And everyone will laugh at you. And then the fire department will have to come help you get unstuck. But in a more salient new, Brigitte says don't put your tongue on anything. Can I put things on my tongue, Brigitte? Steph says not licking any inanimate objects. This Walker's square, this piece of Walker's square is not an animate object. And I'm putting my tongue all over it. Yeah, popsicles are inanimate objects. Opting out says here places mostly the sort of 2-year programs, trades, etc. called college, and academic fancy pants 4-year degrees are offered by university. Interesting. Okay. Good to know. So yeah, she definitely referred to where we were when I met her as uni. Inanimate, inedible objects? But then again, Chester is an animate, inedible object, and I shouldn't put my tongue on him either. So, I don't know. Don't lick Chester. I mean, I don't think he'd object, but my tongue would be covered in fur. So, like, I don't think he would be traumatized or upset by it. He just, you know, my tongue would be covered in fur. And who wants a tongue covered in fur? Hi, some random geek. Good to see you. Dirtle says, but stamps are non-food, non-edible items, and those are fine to lick. Are they, though? Because, like, we have stamp licking devices here. And actually, at this point, stamps tend to come adhesive. Like, they're stickers. They're not, like, things you have to lick anymore. At least here. Hi, Baker. We're fully on our bullshit today. So, hi. It's good to see you. Please save us from ourselves. Oh, there's self-sticky there too. Hi, perpetually exhausted. Hi. Wait, it's not it's not pleasant though. What's not pleasant? What, licking dogs? Baker's always on their own shit. Let me join in. Okay, so opting out, so we need a device to lick frozen lampposts for us. Opting out, have you got an engineering solution for that? Oh no. So Journey says there's a reason we have self-adhesive stamps now. And part of that is because stamps did, in fact, have poisonous adhesive. Love that. Dirtles is right. I'm thinking more of envelopes. Envelopes are still meant to be licked. I still have a tendency to use like a kitchen sponge, or like a sticker to close it. I don't want to lick an envelope either. I mean, not to say that you can't or shouldn't. It's just not something I prefer. Oh, licking stamps. No, it's not pleasant. It's not my favorite thing either. It's really not. So yeah, when I would do like early on in my career, when I would have to do like mailings and things, we had a stamp licking device that would do it for us. Dirtles is, speaking of licking, I really need to hit the shower now. I feel I'm not properly done working if I haven't had a shower. Well, then absolutely shower and be done with work. Sun says some envelopes come with adhesive now too. That's true. That's true. And actually ours do. The ones that we have right now do. Baker says help sending out Christmas cards and stuff as a kid for the family and being the letter licker closer. Icky nostalgia, but nostalgia nevertheless. Turney says, and the reason we have adhesive wetters for envelopes and stamps is because secretaries were getting ill because they had to close so many envelopes. Oh no. And Salty wants to know if Dirtle regularly licks the shower. I'm not sure I want to know the answer to that. And also Dirtle's gone. So hi Salty. How are you? It's good to see you. Thank you for starting more shit in my chat that definitely needed more shit started in it. Right. I have to not forget this. This is an important thing. I'm not going to look at chat until I get all of these words out of my brain, out of my mouth, and into the air between me and the camera, and then the camera and the internet, and the internet and you all. Which is to say, I'm not looking at chat. You guys can talk all you want. At the end of the stream on Saturday, Brigitte had five, count them, 5 Steam keys for various games. I'm not going to tell you what games they are. I do know, but I'm not going to tell you. 5 different Steam keys for 5 different games. They're all very cool. They're all beloved by members of our community. So, we are going to do, as a result of having made our goal for the recent charity stream, a week-ish long raffle for these 5 Steam keys. Everyone may enter once. You must be present to win. And you must be present to win on Saturday, January 11th at 1:30 Eastern Time, which is when I am going to be doing the drawing. So, don't enter if you can't get things off of Steam, i.e. you don't have a PC to play them on. 2, I think I started with A, but whatever, it's fine. This is fine. If you're not going to be able to make it to chat on Saturday, you need to be there. I want to make sure that we open this up to like people who might, just be cruising by, especially because some of those people may have come in with like recent posts about the charity thing and stuff. So I want to make sure that we give people enough time to enter, and then everyone gets an equal chance to be able to win one of the 5 Steam keys if you are in chat on Saturday at 1:30. I will also post a thing in the Discord about this. 1:30 Eastern Time. 12:30 should be your time, I think, ish. I will post something about this in the Discord. I did not, because I wanted to make sure that I got Brigitte to approve the like language, and I didn't have a chance to write the Discord post in addition to writing the like commands and stuff. So if you do command, i.e. exclamation point, win games, that will tell you all the rules for the raffle. If you would like to enter the raffle, if you've met all of these conditions, and this is open internationally, you don't have to be a U.S. citizen, because I'm not mailing anything. Exclamation point raffle in the chat. In context, what time is it for me? It is almost 4:30 p.m. So for you, it would be 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday. Steph was thinking Dirtle gets cleaned by licking like lion cubs. I'm pinning that. I'm just going to pin that until it's manually unpinned or until the end of stream. Just so that Dirtle can see it when he comes back, because he'll be tickled. Perpetually exhausted worked in digitizing vintage files, and I can see how someone could end up with a paper cut on their tongue. That's happened to me from envelopes. When we look for, I'm not looking. I'm not looking. I'm not looking. I didn't look. I will not be derailed by you folks more than 15 times in a single 25-minute period. Opting out wants to know, what if you have a piston and an expansion chamber? I mean, I just want to make sure that these get claimed and used. So if you don't have a PC and you want to enter anyway, and then you want to like give the key to someone, I can't stop you. I mean, not to say that I would stop you, but like, I'm not going to like redraw or whatever. Just like you take the key and you find somebody to give it to if it turns out that it's a game you already have or don't want, or, you know, whatever. I'm trying to keep this simple as possible. So hopefully these games end up in the hands of people who would like to play them. Salty suggests that opting out might be an engine or a pump. That sentence looked different in my head just now. I'm not going to read it because I might read it the way I read it the first time, and that would be bad. Steph says, I keep getting distracted by your hand appearing in the top box. This is why I don't usually like... I don't usually have this on. I had to show off the snacks, and it was easier to turn on the overhead camera. This is why I usually chat without the thing. I feel like a lot of people, so a lot of food and drink streamers will have like a big food camera, you know, like a big food camera, and then like a little person camera, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't know, I just feel like most of y'all are not here for the food. I mean, and that's not a problem. I don't have any problems with it. In fact, I can turn off the stove cam because we're not using that today. But we are going to use this today, so I'm just going to leave it. TV magic is confusing. Yes. The gesticulations are usually well considered. Opting out, so if you missed the chaos earlier, Leah, but inspired by Turtle, I've created an elaborate online scavenger hunt for my set the menu thing. Oh my god. Did you? Oh my god, did you? Did you really? I actually don't doubt that you did this, because this is exactly your kind of shenanigan. Did you really? Oh my god, you really did. We're not doing anything today. There will be no churros. There will be no ranch beans. There will be no lamb chops. We're just going to do an online scavenger hunt. Oh my god. It was close enough to eat it. I'd be here for the food. Yes, I would absolutely love to have you here for the food. Trini says it's to emulate the rest of the platform with gaming streams. Oh my god. That Vada Pav thing that Brigitte posted. I have no idea what that is, but it's probably in Discord. Am I supposed to do this now or not? I don't even know where this is. Brigitte says churros. I don't know. Attorney says, I think Grog might die if the sauce doesn't become food. You guys, I don't know what it is about this stuff, but like this recipe, oh, you can DM me the link. Okay, you're gonna put me out of my misery. Thank you. I'm not miserable yet. I just am not gonna, or you can just tag me the thing. You could tag me in the thing if Brigitte posted it. Oh, you've tagged me in the right channel. Okay. So there's a channel here somewhere for me. I might have clicked it already. Where's my notifications? Can't you like get notifications in Discord? Isn't there like a way to click on all your notifications in all the things? Oh wait, I know I can do that on my phone. Let's do it on my phone. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Notifications. Food chat. Awesome. Awesome. I love this. Okay. Vada recipe. Okay. So we're going to click on the link and then we're going to go down here. I'm assuming that this is something that, I mean, this does not, as far as I know, this blog does not belong to opting out. So I'm going to go look here and see if there's like comments somewhere, right? Wouldn't there be there should maybe be comments? And if there's comments, then maybe it's in the comments. Oh no. Are these comments in sequential order? They are, but there's not. There's nothing here. I'm very disappointed. December 15th is the most recent one. I'm apparently bad at scavenger hunts. It's okay. Jane says it bit me. Did you see that? Jane says I found it and it looks very yummy. It does look very yummy. Brig has just done that. Leah says I'm not. Oh, wait. So you just want me to make the thing? You made a whole website. Wait, so you made a whole website just so that I would make the thing that I said I wanted to make? Leah says I'm not miserable yet. Chat's challenge accepted. Oh my god, yes. I mean, is it a chat if you're not making the streamer miserable? Baker says I saw someone make Vada Pav recently and I'm trying to remember where now. I don't know. Opting out says the joke, Leah, is that it wasn't elaborate at all. You said you wanted to eat that, so I redeemed it. And then if upon reading it, is it suitable? And then you make it. I think it looks great. I actually did look at the recipe already and I saved it on my phone. So I could have just opened the tab on my phone. I just didn't. This is what happens when I stream, is that streamer brain kicks in and nothing exists except there's like a 3-foot bubble around me and I can move the bubble a little bit like this and here and beyond that, like there's just nothing, nothing exists. And Discord's back there in the computer, so it doesn't exist. Horror movies Wolfman. Hello. Can I just call you Wolfman? Or would you prefer horror? If you prefer horror, you'll probably fit right in because chat's torturing me today. Hi, noob. Hi, just got the notification. So we're trying out a new, I guess this is as good a time to talk about it as any. We are trying out a new system in Discord for notifying folks that people are live. So, I know Twitch is sometimes delayed, but this just is an excuse to talk about it. So we have added, because StreamCord changed the way they do business, and I don't want to pay them a whole bunch of money. We're going to we're using another Discord bot to post go live notifications. So, because we needed to add a couple of people that hadn't been streaming or who we didn't know yet, and so we've gone ahead and actually Brigitte did a wonderful job. She made an entirely new Discord bot and populated it, and so now we have different notifications, and so that's cool. So if anything doesn't look right or doesn't pop up correctly, or you were there before and you weren't there now and you would like to be, then you can DM me and we can discuss it. For the most part, I think I have mostly added everyone that I know streams and whose chat that I have been in often enough, like typically people that I'm like subscribed to or who are active in the stream and active in the Discord, people that I know well enough to understand what their their standards are for behavior in their own streams, in their own chats. And that's really the guideline for me, is that I don't want to be recommending streams to people where something potentially harmful could occur, either because of lack of rules or because of, whatever. So don't take offense or anything if you're not in there. It could be any number of reasons, but if you can point to, anti-hate speech rules and that kind of thing, then and you enforce them and that stuff, that's pretty much the standard that we're using. Des says, I redeemed to watch a show because you told me that it might be the only way you'd remember to watch it. That's true. You did do that. And then we're going to end up watching it together because I decided that that's what we were going to do. Steph says, I thought we were making you entertained, not miserable. Yes, but it's more entertaining if I pretend to be miserable. A little bit miserable. Just a little bit. Not a lot. Because if I were a lot miserable, then I would tell you guys to stop. Because, it's my stream and I shouldn't actually be miserable. But I can be a little bit pretend miserable just for the lulz. Salty says, this is a fine line. Like tightrope walking. What am I using now? I would say I can DM you, but I don't know. I can ask Brigitte politely to DM you. If that would be amenable to you, because I don't know. And it was some weirdness in terms of setting it up that she could probably point you in the direction of if she's willing. But I wasn't in charge of it. So if it ever breaks or Brigitte tells me to go hack myself, I'm pretty screwed, but it's fine. Steph says, I had a manager that used to say, don't take offense, take a small potting shed. I mean, I would say a potting shed is probably of more use to most people than a fence, right? Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so sure. Journey says, Briggs is welcome to DM me. And Briggs says that she might go tell me to heck myself. All right. What else? Oh, the other thing that happened is offline, I got another throne gift. I got a throne gift of a Ring Fit adventure. So we're going to go on a Ring Fit adventure soon. It hasn't arrived yet, but when it does, I think I'm probably going to append Ring Fit Adventure Time to the beginning of my Fortnite streams in the mornings. So I think on Mondays and Wednesdays, at the very least, we'll do Ring Fit Adventure Time and then Fortnite. I feel like Ring Fit Adventure Time sounds like WWE Cartoon Network. Does that make sense? Did that connect in the same way in other people's heads as it did in mine? We're gonna do Ring Fit Adventure. Still no cam, so it's just gonna be the little video game, and then we'll play Fortnite. And we'll try that for a little bit because I need to get back into the habit of doing something good for my body, and I haven't been. And so let's just tack it on to something we already do and like. These Monday and Wednesday streams are just getting increasingly self-serving. Pretty soon it's just going to end up being like Leah sitting in a chair quietly reading a book while y'all are just, anyway, I don't know. El Chosen One! Hi, hello, how are you? It's so good to see you. Oh, wait, hold on, hold on. Don't go anywhere. Hold on. Yes, thank you for the shout out. Look, this is the person who inspired this. Okay, this is the person who inspired this. I'm going to move the crock pot. Just a sec. Hold on. Let me move the crock pot so that you can actually see in it. Okay. So here's what this looks like. So you guys, El Chosen One inspired this stream. He is a tremendous chef and cooking streamer, an absolutely delightful human. He also plays things like I think I saw Sekiro, but recently it's been Path of Exile too. Anyway, good dude. Great in the kitchen. Just really funny and friendly and, chill. Good. It's good stuff. Okay. So it's kind of a saucy bean situation, right? I used a ham hock because I happen to have one in the freezer, just a little tiny one, and it's got like onion, jalapeno, a bunch of spices, garlic, of course. I used the King City pink beans. So they're tiny, tiny little like pinquito beans. They're like pinto beans, but they're small. And you typically get it like I was saying, with Santa Maria style barbecue. And I do it in the crock pot just because you're supposed to cook it low and slow on a grill, and I don't have one. So, you know, it works as well in the crock pot. So I don't know if that's like similar to what you made, but when you were describing it, I was like, this sounds like the actual thing that the thing that I've eaten is emulating. And so I was just interested and curious about it. So those are actually done. They're on warm. They should be done. Let me taste them, actually. Let's see if they are done, because if not, I'm going to turn it back on so that they can cook a little longer. I did make this from dried beans, and so they might have taken a little longer to cook. They're done. Well, they're fully done. Oh, they're delicious. They're not as spicy as sometimes they are. That's going to depend a lot on the jalapeno, and this one wasn't very spicy. But they're usually got a little bit of a kick. Not a lot, but a little bit. And similar, heck yeah. Awesome. Because when you were talking about it, I was like, that sounds really, really similar. It sounds really familiar. And then I started craving them. And so this situation is all your fault, which is a nice change from it being all Brigitte's fault. Where's my button? I need the other button, this button. So let's turn them back off. Salty says, I'm a big fan of sayings like that, Steph. My grandmother used to say, if I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. If I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. I used to like to sit in front of the television and my grandmother would tell me that I made a better door than a window. But I think that's the only proverbial window that got chucked at me in childhood. Rick says, you're most welcome. Did you get caught up on sleep? Oh, are you sleep deprived? Steph says, you reminded me of Phoebe from Friends. Phoebe is like I feel like ADHD queen, right? Like, if I'm getting compared to Phoebe, I feel like I'm doing something right. Let's see. Steph was imagining ranch seasoning green beans. No, I think these are ranch beans because this is, so Santa Maria style barbecue, which is Santa Maria is a small town in California, where there's a lot of agriculture and cattle, and it has a little bit of a rodeo reputation. The native population of Santa Maria is not exclusively, of course, but significantly Latino folks who are not immigrants, Latino folks whose families have been in California since California belonged to Mexico. So like this is the kind of folks who are running cattle, and who kind of like the traditional foodways adapted with the times, of course, but also owe a lot to kind of like Mexican cuisine, right? And so the Santa Maria style pit barbecue is kind of, they call it pit barbecue, but it's a big, I don't know how to describe it. I mean, you guys can see the width of my kitchen. Like here's the wall here, and then here's the wall here. It's a big grill, right? Like a huge grill with mesquite typically. Mesquite is typically the wood they use. And it's just a barbecue that goes for hours, cooking low and slow, typically meat, but then also like roasted garlic for garlic bread. And then these beans are typically like a big pot sitting on the side of the thing, and it'll just cook over the course of several hours alongside the smoked meat. What was I talking about? Right, I was talking about Santa Maria, I was talking about beans, I was talking about, I don't know, anyway. Yeah, El Chosen one says vaquero. Yes, that's correct. Yes, exactly. And so that's kind of like and obviously like this like everything else, right? Like one of the interesting things about Santa Maria style barbecue though is I've not really ever seen it like outside of the central coast of California. I mean, not a lot, you know? It's not like other things. It's not like street tacos, right? Like street tacos has become like a thing to the point where I can walk into a Wegmans and buy little tiny little tiny tortillas for street tacos, you know? Like it's an, I don't want to say an international phenomenon, but certainly a national phenomenon in the way that like this still really isn't. You just kind of see this on the Central Coast. And so, and I like the fact that like a lot of the time you'll get like, and tri-tip, with salsa, like with like a red tomato based salsa, cooked there. So it's kind of like a melding of like the, like traditional Mexican cuisine and this kind of like on the road again type, folks who are running cattle. Let's see. What am I doing? Churdy said, I sure did think it was going to be beans with ranch seasoning, not like ranchero cattle rancher beans. I don't ranch seasoning. I'm not really a person who does that. Not that I have any issues with it. It's just, number one, buttermilk is typically a major component of ranch seasoning. Grog can't eat it. And so, yeah, no. So my ranch beans are cattle ranch beans. Also, Brigitte, you've seen me cook these before. Why did you think they were? We made these when I made tri-tip. I made tri-tip for, I think it was Grog's birthday, like 2 years ago. So you've definitely seen me make these because I always make them with tri-tip. Steph says we have Santa Maria as a brand of Mexican seasonings. Oh, really? Interesting. Okay. El Chosen One says, have you ever used ranch seasoning packet? Great umami. I have not, but I would think it probably contains like buttermilk powder. Usually those things tend to contain some kind of whey powder or buttermilk powder. Not to say that you couldn't necessarily find a vegan one. You might be able to find a vegan one, and so I could go looking for a vegan one, but I don't think either one of us like the ranch flavor profile enough that I would like go to the effort. Briggs says, look, why would I assume you were cooking a thing you'd done several years ago? Americans love ranch on beans. Americans do love ranch. It's true. Yes. Apparently there's a country somewhere in the world, and I can't remember where it is. I want to say it's somewhere in Europe, but I could be wrong. It might actually not be that at all. Where they do sell something that is ranch dressing adjacent that is literally called American sauce. Mom says Santa Maria style beans need pinquitos. Can you get those? I did. So periodically I will order from Rancho Gordo beans. They get beans from, here, I'll show you what they look like. Oh, I thought these were the King City pink beans, but these are Santa Maria pinquitos. These are exactly the right thing. And so they look like this. They're just tiny little pinto beans. I don't know if you, like, I can't really put, oh wait, maybe I could put them next to a pinto bean. Do I have a regular pinto bean? I don't have a pinto bean. I do have a borlotti bean though, and that's a similar size. So you can see like how different in size they are, right? Like these are pretty small. And Rancho Gordo does heirloom dried beans. And so they have a lot of different varieties, typically from small farmers, who they kind of like pay specifically to grow these heirloom varieties for them so that they can offer them to their customers. They're kind of expensive. And so I don't get them all the time because like dried beans, they're like some of the cheapest like things that you can buy to feed yourself. And so do I really need like designer ones? No, but on the other hand, also yes. And so I sometimes put them on my throne wish list. So if you see them pop up, it's because I ran out. Yes, thank you, Grog, for throwing the link in there. And then of course, what's his name? The guy that owns Rancho Gordo also just actually released a cookbook recently that I was kind of intrigued by. Baker says, I'm interested in this brand company now. I miss having heirloom beans now that I don't have my garden. And they do have a few other things too. Like they do some seasonings, and they do I want to say they might do a masa. I think they might also do a masa flour, like the kind of flour that you use to make corn tortillas. And then they also have some artisans in either Mexico or Central America who make some tools for them that you can buy from their website. I don't know. They're kind of a cool company. They remind me a little bit of Penzies in the way that the founder, he's not as outspoken in corporate communications as Bill Penzi is, but he's pretty free with his views on the importance of maintaining indigenous foodways, or at least maintaining that history. And the other attendant sort of political implications of views like that. So I do not mind supporting them, because they are finding a way for small farmers in order to be able to kind of make a decent living at growing these things that are a little bit more niche, and finding a market for them. So it's very cool. It's a good, it's a good guy. It's a good company. It's a really high quality product. The beans are really fresh. And so, yeah, I mean, it's sort of weird to describe dried beans as fresh, but if you've ever cooked with really, really old beans, you know that it doesn't always come out right. So yeah, it's a good company. I like it. Don't miss shocking at the end of the season. Rancho Gordo, big ranch. Yes. Perpetually exhausted says my wallet is probably gonna cry later about whelp. Yep. Sorry. My best advice is, if you haven't ordered from them before, do order one of the gift boxes. They have a couple of gift boxes, and they do periodic free shipping. So get on their mailing list. But yeah, so they do one of the gift boxes, because then you can taste. Yeah, they do. They have a gift box sample pack, whatever. I do typically do that. Usually I'll order a gift box, and then I'll tack on one or two other things to it that I know that I want, because I don't think the pinquitos are really usually in there. But they also have these are so cool. You guys, were just going full food nerd today. I'm sorry. They have these. These are so cool. All right, these are the ones that I had on my throne wish list last time. So they're huge white beans. They're called Royal Corona beans. And if you've ever had Spanish tapas, they make these bean salads, with olive oil and herbs and stuff. Or in a light tomato sauce. I don't know what they're called. I should ask Peach. She would probably know. But those are the beans that I use when I do that. And you can't really buy big, huge white beans like that, in a regular store. And so it's kind of a nice treat for when I do things that require as much work as putting together tapas in your own house does. Baker says, oh no, food nerd, whatever shall we do? Pushes glasses up and grabs cookbooks. Oh, also, speaking of cookbooks, okay, I have 7 minutes, so we're just gonna... It's a really good thing that the lamb is already marinated and is only gonna need to grill for 5 minutes, and that the beans are already done, because we're just gonna talk forever today. But for the rest of this week, Wednesday. Thank you, Brig. Yeah, I'm only an hour in. Supposedly the churros are only going to take 30 minutes. We should just totally wait until 6:30 and then just do them quick at the end. That's not terrifying or anything. What's he talking about? Right, Wednesday, tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to play some Fortnite, starting at 10:30. Thursday, I'm taking the day off because I've got a couple of appointments and there just wasn't any way to fit a stream in around all of that. Friday, speaking of cookbooks, we are having our very first cookbook roulette stream. I am going to be making old-fashioned beef vegetable soup from the James Beard cookbook circa 1963. And we are... Chef John! Hi! Hello, you missed Bean Talk. We had Bean Talk. in much more detail than we usually do. Um, it's good to see you. How are you? Thank you for dropping a follow for Chef John. If you all are into food, probably one of my very top favorite cooking streamers. So if you love that, then drop him a follow because he's a good guy and very funny and entertaining, as well as being an incredibly talented chef. Um, let's see. Right. So Friday, yes, beef vegetable soup from the James Beard cookbook. Because I have 73 cookbooks and I don't think I need them all. And so we're gonna go try to cook from some of them and see which ones we like and which one we think we can make go away. Um, as a decluttering project for the year, the whole year. I don't know how I'm going to fit 73 cookbooks into 52 weeks, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. It's going to be like the end of Julie and Julia, where she's like covered in souffle. And anyway. And then Saturday, we'll go back into Lamplighters League, which is a really fun strategy tactical RPG that I found. We'll do that. We'll do our giveaway. So if you wanted to win those Steam keys, then you can enter the raffle, and we'll do the giveaway at 1:30 on Saturday. And that'll be the week. Chef John wants to know if I'm participating in the Food and Drink International Lunar New Year celebration. I'm not. I don't know anything about that. I'm really not very well plugged into like food and drink spaces, unfortunately. I don't know. I'm just not. But I'm sure I will be catching your, oh, you just announced it on Sunday. I was in your stream on Sunday. I guess maybe I wandered away for a little bit. I don't think I said anything, but I was lurking in there. Okay. Is it in your Discord? Because we could probably arrange that. Not to mention the fact that I have a weirdly large collection of Chinese cookbooks from the 1970s. Like, not Chinese language, like Chinese cuisine. In English from the 1970s. I have like 4 of them, and I don't really know why. If you were in the F&D Club streamer Discord, oh, I'm not. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not in that Discord. Kaylee says, okay, done reading. Now I gotta let my brain take a break, and then I will do posts hopefully in the next 2 hours. Kaylee, you got this. I said that you would do it. I said you would do it in the next 3 hours, and then we could play Legos. Apparently, that's enough incentive. That. Oh, and Kaylee, I decorated a room for you. I decorated a room in the permadeath save, just for Kaylee. So if Kaylee wants to come play permadeath, that's what I did in the half hour before I went live. Permadeath Legos. I know that sounds weird. Or if you're not in there, whisper me and I'll send you an invite. Yeah, I'll whisper you. In fact, I'll just do that now. Because I would be down. I would probably cook something weird, but I feel like you'd be cool for that. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So Kaylee's happy. All right. Good. I'm glad. then it's a good incentive. Okay. So luckily we're pretty well done with the beans. So that was their first hour, was examining the crock pot full of ranch beans, and talking about dried beans and how wonderful they are. I have to grill the lamb chops that go with the beans, but literally they have been marinating all day, and we slap the cast iron on the stove, we heat it up, we cook them for 5 minutes, and they will be done. So that's something we'll do quite a bit towards the end of stream. We are, however, going to make churros today. I'm so excited. I've never done this before. The recipe is really weird. It's not what I expected. I know. It's not what I expected. It's weird. So we're gonna do that when we come back, because right now we have to go to an ad break. We have to pay the Twitch overlords their tithe for, using their platform. So for the next 3 minutes, I will be taking a break. You should take a break. Get some water, get some food, get a snack, take a little stretch break, especially if you've been like reading or whatever. That wasn't pointed at all or aimed at anyone in particular. And we will be back in 3 minutes. See you guys in a few. And Samurai Sam, who says, hear ye, let the record show that this viewer was here first. That was my best Goog impression. Did you like that? Opting out says, finally, I can see myself type. Hi, me. Also, hi, everyone else. Hi, opting out. How are you? It's good to see you. We're making cheese. Why is that so amusing to me? Where did Brigitte send you this time? I missed it. Uh-oh. Okay, so Abby rolled a 3 and is gonna get whipped by Meg. Okay, here's the other thing about this game. Who wouldn't want to be whipped by Meg?
Cut the pork.
Let the disco happen.
Thank you, Jane. See you the first time chat. Give me a second, wait for the party to calm down, and I will give a proper welcome and introduction. There we go. Thank you, Jane. Thank you.
So Arrow says you never know. Solutions can be as simple as doing 5-star jumps and singing the hokey pokey. Here we go. Then I'll try that next time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna do the hokey pokey and we'll turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Oh gosh, we're writing a parody in chat. Of course we are. Delightful. I can see clearly now, they need more time. Eating my sponge circles will have to wait. Is that where we're going with that? There we go. Y'all, why do I do this for you? I don't know. Yes, singing Telegram Girl in the entryway. Dun 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 dun. I am your singing telegram. Glam. I shouldn't have done that with the mixer because now nobody can clip it. I'll have to do it without the mixer. Hold on a second. I pity anyone who hasn't seen Clue at this point. Anyway. Dun 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 dun. There's a clip about the void. Brigitte wanted Hey Corner, it didn't budge. We didn't get either one of those. I'm sorry, Brigitte. What's the clip about the void? I love how everyone has their favorites. All right. So we are, in fact, going to get started on churros. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm so excited. And also I just discovered that we actually do need the stove. I guess you have to cook this dough. Opting out says, I believe it is a missing clip. Everything goes black and silent. No, I don't know what happens. If I click refresh, it works. It's just every once in a while, it'll just like not work. And I don't know why that is. And I've not been able to fix it. So I don't, like, it just seems to like periodically happen for no reason. Okay. So here we have this. And we need this. So I'm going to use, I'm really hoping this works, half a cup of water. The recipe calls for milk. And obviously we're not going to use that. I'm going to use almond milk. I'm going to close the refrigerator. So I'm hoping that this works okay. Periodically the like gluten-free stuff doesn't fry very well, but let's hope the dairy-free milk does okay. I've done dairy-free milk in donuts, so I think it should be all right. Milk, water, oil, a tablespoon of canola oil. I don't think I have canola oil. I think I have vegetable oil, so hopefully that'll work too. One thing that I am trying to do this year that is a little bit of a change, in addition to the cookbook roulette, is I've always kind of like not been shy about like picking up weird ingredients or whatever. Just things that I don't necessarily need on a regular basis. And just kind of like having them sit around for a while until they go bad or I get tired of looking at them. I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to like substitute things. So vegetable oil instead of canola oil. Also, later we're supposed to put tequila in this salsa that I'm gonna have to boil. I'm not gonna do that either. I'm gonna use mezcal because I don't have tequila. And there's already smokiness in the salsa, so I think it'll be fine. Okay. Salt. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So because we're not tequila drinkers, I'm not buying tequila for the single tablespoon that needs to go into my salsa, is a decision that I made. Particularly because we have a lot of alcohol in our house and I don't think we need to add any more. Opting out says you can substitute sprinkles for tequila, though you do still have to put in tequila. I'm not gonna, if they were going into the churros, maybe. We could maybe do that, but it's not. It's going into the salsa. That would be weird. Mezcal might be better. That's what I think too. Like, I mean, what's the point of just the tequila? You may as well just use mezcal. It'll be good. I think it'll be good. Hopefully it'll be good. All right, so we are, let's see, 1 cup of all-purpose flour. Before I boil this, I'm going to grab a cup of flour. This is not at all what I expected, although my understanding about churros is that they basically use the same recipe as like eclairs. Like it's essentially choux pastry, which I've never done before. I don't really know why. It just wasn't like, I do know why. It's because I don't like eclairs or like cream puffs or anything like that. I just don't like them. I don't like the texture. So I don't know if that's how you do, if this is how you do that, but it's a very strange process. So it could be, and maybe it'll fail, but you know, we're going to try it. What fun is life if we never try things we might fail at? Okay. So let's turn on that until it boils. And then I need an egg and lemon zest. An egg and lemon zest. Do you have anything you might need lemon juice for, hun? Okay. There's a dog hair on here. The dog isn't allowed in the kitchen. Opting out is like the quote Brig posted earlier about no writing being wasted. I guess. I think the main thing is that, like, I'm better about like fresh stuff, like trying to use up fresh stuff than I am trying to use up like pantry stuff. And so if I buy like an ingredient, like a baking ingredient for something, then I'm not like that shy about like not like just doing that and assuming that I'm going to use it again sometime soon. And then I don't. And then it just sits in the cabinet up there. Like I've got a ton of cacao nibs for some reason. I don't know what to do with those. I've never done anything with them. So we're going to have to like look into what we do with that. So you're trying to use stuff up, sort of like trying to like diminish the number of ingredients that I have in the house. And then also like pick recipes based on like what I have. I don't know. We're going to see how this works. Egg and lemon zest. Beat on medium-high speed for 1 minute or until the dough softens. All of this procedure sounds very strange. I don't really get it. I have doubts about it. If it's going to be a dough, how are we going to beat in an egg and lemon zest? With like a whisk? It says medium-high speed. Do I put it in the stand mixer? I might actually have to pull up this recipe and figure this out because this is like, I don't understand. I have questions. Let's see if there's a picture. Where is this? Taste of home. Okay. Homemade churros. Fried cinnamon sugar homemade churros are best when fresh and hot. Try them with a cup of coffee or hot chocolate. Don't be surprised if people start dunking and then go back for more. How to make them. There's a video. I don't want to watch a video. I guess we're going to watch a video. Water, milk, canola oil, salt, stir, boil, all-purpose flour, stir. Oh, okay. So it's more of like, oh no, they just stick a hand mixer in it. That's so weird. Egg, lemon zest, beet. Until it's, then cool it. Pipe dough into 4-inch strips. Oh, they use kitchen shears. What? They put the parchment paper in the fryer. They pipe it onto parchment paper and then they put the parchment paper in the fryer. What? That was in reference to the attempting things at which we might fail rather than the ingredients. Oh! Yes, exactly. Even if this doesn't work, it's okay because we will have learned a thing. Presumably. Potentially. I need I guess a wooden spoon is what they want me to use. So why don't I find one? This is so interesting. They want me to pipe it onto, they want me to, well, I mean, it's 375 degrees, so I was just going to use the deep fat fryer. It's the easiest way to fry things, for me anyway. Opting out says I've seen that done on televisions, yes, usually into a deep fryer and then the parchment nearly instantly falls away. Weird! Trudy puts parchment into an air fryer all the time. It would never have occurred to me to do it. This is giving Portillo's tamales vibes? Really? Interesting. So you fry those too? I don't think I usually have fried tamales. Maybe they are fried. I don't know. Okay. All right. So this is all the flour at once, and we're going to stir it all up until it makes a dough. And then it wants me to put it in a large bowl. I should have probably put the flour in a large bowl. I think it was just kind of having me like stir this up and like cook all of the stuff like on the stovetop, like while it's getting incorporated, like cooking the flour so that it's not as raw or something. I mean, it's definitely a dough. It's like a stiff dough. And I guess if it wants us to use a hand mixer, that I should use a bigger bowl. That's kind of a waste. I wouldn't really call this a large bowl, but that looks about right for what I've got here. Which is that this is so weird. It's kind of lumpy. But I guess that's probably going to be taken care of by the stand mixer. It has to rest for 5 minutes. It's tired. It needs a little nap. So let's set a timer. Oh, Trini says that's why I was asking. Opting out says lots of fiber, I guess, but you really should put more edible food in too. Thank you for understanding his terrible humor. Where were we? Where were we earlier? Oh, we were in Fox's chat yesterday. Oh my God, we were in Fox's chat yesterday. Well, a lot of us were playing Marvel Rivals, and then Fox was streaming it for a little bit longer, and in fact, I guess I should just plug this in, and and had the funniest reaction to opting out sense of humor. It was just like one of those was like, I'm beginning to understand you now. She seemed a little concerned. It was very funny. I was like, yes, we've all been there. We've all had that moment where we couldn't tell whether our friend opting out was kidding or not. So that's, you guys can see what I do with my fryer oil, obviously. It's peanut oil. Usually I wash the container in between uses, and I strain the oil, obviously. But I reuse it. Okay. No, Portillos make their tamales in parchment paper instead of corn husks or banana leaves. It's weird. Oh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. Durdle is showered and fed. I can neither confirm nor deny the involvement of lions in any part of the process. So you saw what I pinned there just for you. Journey says, now I want a chocolate cake milkshake, only it's too cold. What's a chocolate cake milkshake? That sounds amazing. Noob says we took over the entire stream. We definitely did. Yeah, we just Fox was streaming Marvel Rivals, and we just came in there and we're like, are you playing with us at 5:30? And Fox was like, oh yeah, sure, I guess so. And so it was just all of us on Fox's stream. There was like 6 of us. It was very fun. Actually, I don't know that we told Salty that later. Hopefully Salty was cool with being on somebody's stream. I mean, I put it in the chat box. I usually try to let people know if somebody's streaming, but I don't know. Anyway. Also, hi Abby, hi and bye. Perpetually exhausted. Too bad there's not a hot cocoa version. Ooh. Trini does have some hot cocoa in the house at least, so I could at least do something. Yeah, that would be good. Hot cocoa would be good. In fact, we might do that a little bit here too, depending. I don't know. Sun says I'm drinking a cranberry hibiscus tea and it is much tastier than I expected. Hibiscus, I think, is nice. it can be pretty subtle. So it's maybe not bad. I don't go for fruit teas, especially not hot, but like iced. You're probably not drinking iced tea though. Journey says chocolate cake is a milkshake is another menu item. What is it? Oh, so is it Portillo's or Portillo's? Because I said Portillo's, but it's probably Portillo's if it's Chicago. Chicago street food, but they have the wildest menu. It reminds me of like Jack in the Box. I've never been to Jack in the Box. I mean, up until recently, I had never had bagel pizzas. I had never had the pizza rolls. I never had pizza rolls. Krog bought me an entire like Costco-sized bag of pizza rolls when I said I wanted to try them, and I ended up eating them for lunch for like weeks. And of course, they have cheese in them, so you can't eat them. But it was like, oh, okay. Perpetually exhausted says you would like Jamaica cinnamon tea. How do you know? Oh, because I like cinnamon things? I do like cinnamon things. It's fair. Should I use a big piping bag? Probably. Should probably use a big piping bag. I'm just gonna get the piping bag set up while I wait for other things to happen. Where's my piping tips? Here they are. Ow. See, this is why I need Ring Fit Adventure. My knees are getting old. Which kind of piping tip do we think is right for this? This one? Probably that one. I think these are the same. 826. 826, yep. I think these ones are too big. That's what she said. All right, yeah. So I think that'll work. Let's do this one. And there's the piping bag. Let me put this away so that I don't forget. Now that I have rearranged the baking cabinet, let me turn this off. Okay, so, right. Hand mixer, apparently, is what we want here. I hate using the hand mixer on stream. It's so much louder than my stand mixer. But it is what it is. Now I have to not unplug the fryer. So, let's put this over here. And no. Don't plug that metal thing into the wall socket, please, Leah. If you put the metal thing in the wall socket, it's gonna be girl with her pan on fire all over the internet. And we don't want people on TikTok laughing at the fact that you electrocuted yourself on live television. Okay, here. So, lemon zest. Supposed to be a teaspoon. That's approximately correct. And an egg. Night Captain Andrew, hi! Thank you for the bits, friend. Oh, hold on. I gotta scroll up. What the heck? Okay. Yeah, say it like a white person. Okay, Portillo's. So Baker says bagel pizzas are great. Not missing much with Jack in the Box. Sun Phoenix, it says, is hot tea, but is sitting for a bit. So it's more lukewarm now. Well, that's probably more my speed. Briggs says, I see no problem with eating delicious pizza for weeks. This was not delicious pizza, though. Although I did discover that if I toss it in melted butter and sprinkle Parmesan cheese on the top, it's better. Or no, garlic. It wasn't Parmesan cheese because I didn't have Parmesan cheese. I had garlic salt. And so I melted some unsalted butter. Like just the first time, I'm like, these are not going to be any good. So I melted some unsalted butter and I tossed them in garlic salt. So they were kind of like garlic salt butter pizza rolls. They were so much better that way. And I finally did eat one on its own, like without anything. And it wasn't very good. Opting out says I concur on a Jack in the Box. Had it once on a U.S. road trip and it was uninspiring. Churney has eaten a Jack in the Box exactly once. Dirtle Birtle ate an entire pack of Sour Stripes yesterday, so I can relate. I absolutely you can. Churney says they're not common in the regions I've lived. You know what's funny is that there was a Jack in the Box in my town growing up, like the entire time I lived there, and I just never went. Baker says I think the only real thing that ever stood out for them was that they use sourdough for some of their sandwiches. That's true, but it's like the grocery kind of, yeah, and I sourdough in quotes because it's like the grocery kind of sourdough where they kind of like maybe use something that's a little soury, like maybe they like put vinegar in it or something, but it's a yeasted bread. Soured bread, yeah. J make an H sound. It's hibiscus in Spanish. Oh, Jamaica. Aha! Like that. Nice. You don't want to be another pickle fire on Twitch. Pickle fire? Explain? What? Soured bread, yes, fake sour, a bunch of phonies. Yeah, you know what? I didn't realize that my grocery store was doing that too. So what's weird is that, so I've got a little bit of, it's not as bad as it was, but that's because I kind of have figured out like what my triggers and like what I can do and what I can't. But like when we came back from London and my digestive system had a full and entire meltdown, I just couldn't eat anything without my stomach going completely haywire, and I don't really understand why to this day. It was probably just like building before we left, and then, or like had been in existence my whole life or something, and I just didn't notice when it was gone. It was gone when we were in London. Really interesting. Different European food laws. This is pre-Brexit, so European food laws created better things for Leah's tummy. Anyway, I don't know why, but that's the way it was. But I did a FODMAP elimination diet. And one of the things on the FODMAP elimination diet is you are allowed to have gluten. Gluten is not a problem, but the specific carb associated with bread carbs is a problem. So if you're allowed to eat sourdough, though, like true fermented sourdough, I guess the yeast eats the sugar so that, anyway, whatever. The point is I was allowed to have sourdough, and I had to look at the back of the sourdough bread that my grocery store makes, and it's not sourdough, it's yeasted bread. So I had to like drive to a bakery every week and get my sourdough. Not that I'm really exactly complaining, but you know, that was just the way it was. Opting out says I'm pretty sure it's just their standard white bread with a pack of sour stripes on it. Oh, of course it is. Yeah, absolutely. Baker says there was a Twitch streamer who was frying pickles on stream, and she was wearing lingerie and almost caught her kitchen on fire. Lingerie. Frying pickles. Don't. First of all, I don't like fried pickles. Second of all, lingerie in the kitchen. Please don't do that. I mean, make toast. Make chocolate chip cookies in lingerie. Don't make things that require deep fat frying in lingerie. You're gonna get little speckles of hot oil on your naked skin. Ow! It's like making bacon naked. Don't do it. Charlie/Moist Critical made a hilarious video about it. Fermented doughs have been pre-digested, essentially. Yeah, now I see the issue. It ignited and her boyfriend came in and threw a pot of hot oil across the room. Night Captain Andrew says grease splattering plus lingerie sounds like a jumpin' hot time. But not in the eyebrow sense, in the ow fuck sense. Dirtle says, I agree with not complaining about having a reason to go to a real bakery, but you should absolutely complain about food stuff not containing what it says on the tin. If it says sourdough, it should be sourdough. Yeah, and that's probably why my stomach was fine when we were in the UK pre-Brexit, because they had to abide by all the European food rules if they wanted to export their shit. As opposed to in the US, where food stuff doesn't actually have to be food. Noob says the good thing is she learned from it and never managed to burn her kitchen again. Right? Baker says somehow they didn't burn anything down. Opting out says they don't carry a phone, so I don't have regular access to FOD GPS. Sticking with FOD maps for now. Good Lord. All right, I'm adding an egg. And then we're gonna whisk this with our hand mixer. Why do I feel like this is just gonna go everywhere and I'm gonna regret my life choices? Okay. This is so weird. This is unlike anything I've ever done before. But I'm looking for like a smooth paste, I think. Not this lumpy mess. My hand mixer does not like this. My hand mixer is unhappy. Also, this is like a 20-year-old rival hand mixer that I think I bought at Target, and so it's probably not the best thing in the history of the world. It's a little bit warm. The stop from the pun into the egg crack was great. I don't do any of this intentionally. This is all natural comedic timing. Dirtle says, opting out. I don't think I ever told you how glad I am for your presence. Very, that's how glad. I'm glad that you all enjoy each other. I feel like this is just gonna go, yeah, this is gonna go all over the kitchen. What the heckies? All right. I mean, I guess this is, oh, sticky. Like, weirdly, very sticky. I mean, it is smooth, so I guess it's good. And Brigitte values Dirtle's friendship. I actually, I'm gonna tell on myself here. All of my outrage is feigned. All of it. I after the message that after the great Aminal lawyer reveal of the next Set the Menu stream, I sent Dirtle a message being like, I love you. Don't ever change. Gross. Sticky. All right, hold on. But if you ever repeat it, I will deny it. All right. Now we cut. Oh, my hands are still wet. I should probably dry my hands. How are my hands still wet after drying them on a towel? These scissors are not sharp enough for that. At some point I should probably get myself a pair of kitchen shears, but you know, whatever. Briggs, so this was just before you promised to take me to the best horny Mitt Gribbles joint in town. Hornby. And I can delete it, but I'm not gonna. You get to live in infamy. Unless you're really actually upset, and then I'll delete it. Brigitte says, I am death. The end has come for Brigitte. Bury me in a field of flowers. It was funny. Opting out says, I think we're all just finishing up our side quests here. Still, when Leah was ranting the other night about that nonsense that Dirtle and Brig get up to in chat, it did make me reflect on what a great set of people you all are. Yes, I'm very lucky to have found all of you and somehow been amusing enough that you choose to stick around and continue to perform your nonsense at me on an almost daily basis. So this needs to cool, I gather. So I guess I guess that's a thing. I mean, this looks, I don't know. It's a dough, that's for sure. I think I was under the impression that churros were going to be more like of a liquidy type situation and get piped directly into the fryer. And that's like not what this is. I admit I am surprised. Oh, I accidentally turned the stand mixer on. We don't want that. All right. You can just stay up here for right now. Turtle says you actually have, Brigitte. You absolutely yes-anded me when I jumped in with your restaurant story, which is all that needed to be said. That's true. Jane says, why must work make me hop on calls and do actual work? Jane, I don't know. It's entirely too late in the day for calls. Nobody should be calling you. Everybody should be silently sitting alone and twiddling their thumbs and watching the clock until it ticks over to 5 p.m. and not like trying to make anyone do anything. Rude. Oh, right. There's another thing. Thank you for the clip opting out. There's another thing, you guys. I think I figured it out. So right now this is mods only because we're going to test it. If it works, I will extend the privileges to VIPs because I think y'all are trustworthy. For the definition of trustworthy, that means that I think you guys can do things in a Twitch chat. Yes, and opting out is saving up for VIP. You are, yes. Which is why you donated to charity, so that you wouldn't spend your points on Set the Menu, so that you could be a VIP. For like the 4th time? Is it 4 now? Y'all are just, anyway. I was talking about something. What was I talking about? Why did I look at chat? What's wrong with me? I don't remember. I give up. Clip! 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 Command clip! Clip! Yes! Clip! Brigitte knew what I meant! Right, so this only works for mods so far. It has a short cooldown so that y'all don't just like clip the same thing, right? But I did, Brigitte and Des had just started putting like exclamation point clip in the chat, like randomly, and like they wanted it to do something and it didn't do anything. And so and so now it does something in theory. I don't know. Did it do something? Should we look? But like I said, we're gonna make this probably, I mean, I'll probably make it a sub thing too, if you guys want to, if you want to sub, like if you're not a VIP, but you want to sub, and then you can do it, like, maybe, I don't know, we'll talk about it. Where is my channel? Where is my, uh-oh, that's unmuted. Oh no, we don't want that. That's just gonna make noise. We don't like noise. Things should not be allowed to make noise. Where are my, how do I find my clips when it's my channel, how do I find my clips when I'm live? Oh, here, you go here. Oh my God. How long have I been on this platform? How long? Clips. Where's the clips? Shouldn't there be a tab for clips? Highlights and uploads, all videos. Isn't there a tab for clips? Like a whole ass tab? Like, this is VODs. Why isn't there a tab for clips? I don't understand how this internet works. Can we turn it off and back on again so that, like, I understand how it works?
Hang on, let me hit the router.
No, don't go. What the? You've got him being sassy. It says I made the clip. So I think it worked because there's an opting out clip and then there's a me clip. I think it worked. Brigitte, I think it worked. The test. I wanted to test something. Like, yeah, I think it worked. Here, wait, hold on. Let me, hold on. Let me, hold on. Give me a second. I can copy it. Can I copy it? Share. There's a share. There's a button that says share, that says copy link. Okay, here. I'll put it in the chat. And then you guys can see if it's what I was talking about. Oh my god. I think it worked. I think it did. That's exciting. Oh, opting out provided me instructions in a helpful manner. And I didn't even notice until I'd already figured it out. I'm sorry. All right, so is this cool enough that we can, I mean, it's not like it's hot, so I guess we can, I need more hands than I have. I need 3 hands at least. I have an insufficient number of hands for this project. I'm gonna put this over here.
You're hot, Cupcake.
Sticky and messy and gross. Arcadia, hi. It's good to see you. How's it going? I'm covered in churro dough again. This is great. This is wonderful and perfect and amazing. Okay, so now, apparently this is how this works. We get our piping bag and we so if y'all VIPs who are here in chat promise to behave yourselves, I will enable that for you. So don't just like clip everything, but you know, clip things that are useful, helpful, hilarious, would be an attractant to the stream were they to be shared on social media. This is a big responsibility. I don't understand how this is supposed to work. This is very stiff, and I think my piping bag is going to break. Now I understand why they used scissors, which I don't have. So, presumably this gets less fussy as you are used to doing it, and you get better at it. I'm actually really, really afraid that my piping bag is going to split, though. This dough is quite stiff. They're supposed to be 4 inches long. They're like tiny little churros. And the video showed them cutting them off with scissors, but I don't have scissors, so. I mean, I have these scissors, but I don't think these would work very well. Noob says I've seen people do these with one of those big syringes. Oh, yeah. like a cookie piping thing, like for sugar cookies that you pipe. You know what I mean? That would probably work better. But this is what we've got. So, I mean, it's working okay. And like, it's working okay until it isn't, I guess. Like, it hasn't bust yet, so maybe it won't. I feel like the closer we get to the end of the bag, the less likely it is to break. Dirtle says I like editing my clips manually, so I probably will not be using the command much. But yes, I do solemnly swear that I will behave in regards to abusing the clip. Yes. Yeah, so I was actually thinking more in terms of like, for example, like when, so sometimes what happens is that like I will ask, I mean, you guys can obviously use it at your own discretion. I just like, I'm giving you the power, use it responsibly. But you know, I mean, obviously like I can delete anything I don't like. So, or if like we end up with 17 of the same clip, you know what I mean? And of course you guys should feel free to like continue to manually edit your clips, because I think probably those are the best ones. But in terms of things like, especially like Jane, for example. So Jane is usually working during my streams, and if something happens and she wants to clip it, or she wants to like, or if I say, can one of my moderators please clip that or note the time or whatever, then you guys can just do command clip and then it'll be there. And if I want to go back and manually edit it, I can either edit the clip, or I can go back to the point in the stream where it was and like go find it again easily because the timestamp is there. And so I think that'll be a good thing. I think it will be a good thing. And like I said, it'll be limited to like mods and VIPs, I think, for now, so that I'm not like getting a whole bunch of spam clips from, you know, randos on the internet that I don't know or trust. Baker says it's working till it doesn't work. This is my life vibe. Yes, exactly. Also opting out. Thank you for the clip. Trini says Twitch is now allowing you to edit clips taken by others on your own channel, by the way, in case you haven't seen that feature yet. I have not. So you can like make it a little longer or something. That's really cool. I like it. I like that a lot. That's really good. Because there definitely are times when, like, especially if somebody was like clipping on mobile or something, I'm super, super grateful for the clip, and I have no like complaints about it or anything. Just that sometimes it'll get like cut off in a weird spot, like in the middle of a word or something. And so, although a lot of the time, usually if I'm actually using the clip for anything, you know, I'll just send it to Brigitte and Brigitte will edit it. But being able to just do that in Twitch is kind of handy, especially if you just want to share it directly to social media. Or to stories, which in theory I should be doing more of, because apparently people look at them. I don't look at them, but that doesn't mean nobody looks at them. Like the Twitch stories. Do you guys look at Twitch stories? I'm curious all of a sudden, now that I've said that. I mean, like I said, I don't really look at them, but apparently some people do. What am I doing? Baker says I was just talking to another streamer about needing to learn to clip stuff for streams one of these days. It's the little scene marker button, and it'll take you to a fairly user-friendly UI that'll show you how to do it. Trudy says they rolled it out with the vertical clip feature. I have used that. That's really interesting. Briggs says heads up to everyone. Getting clips of things you enjoyed in stream make read videos, socials, etc. a lot more fun and easier to arrange. Yes, and Brigitte has some personal interest in this because Brigitte is usually the one I rope into making said videos. Or she offers, which is usually really often what happens. Noob says what nows? Okay, so that's one answer. Noob doesn't know what they are, which is fair. wonder if I can just like cut this off like that. I can. Nice. And then Dirtles despises Twitch stories. Really? I didn't like them when they were, so they when they first introduced them, they kind of effed up the mobile app, because like they like took up all of the real estate on the mobile app, and it was like a pain trying to actually like get to any of the streams that you actually wanted to watch. But they've since edited the mobile app and it's not as bad, and I'm not quite as angry at them. But even so, you know, I mean, if people are not into it, then that's also fine. Opting Out wants to know what editing software I use. Delegation. Yep. I wish I could deny it, and yet I cannot. I had a brief stint as a YouTuber several years ago, when blogs had kind of fallen out of favor, and I was still wanting to do book reviews. And so the equivalent of Book Talk, but BookTube became a thing. And I started watching videos, YouTube videos of people talking about books. And one of the things that really annoyed me about BookTube was that people seemed to constantly do book hauls from Amazon or Barnes & Noble or whatever. So many book hauls. So much buying of books. And then get PR boxes from, like, especially these big booktubers get enormous amounts of free books. And they would do several hauls a week. And then maybe one or two actual review videos, like a month. And I was like, so actually what you enjoy, is buying books and not reading them, which is fine. That's fine. But then they would do these book declutters. And so they would do all these hauls and they would get all these PR, and then they would throw them out. Or like donate them to thrift stores or something. And the fact is, thrift stores don't keep books, most of them. Most of them send books directly to pulp. And so there was just this enormous wasteful churn. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a year of not buying books, of reading what I have. And as it turns out, people on YouTube are actually mean when you want to go against the grain like that. And so I didn't last very long at it. But one of the things that it taught me was that I don't... most people who don't like editing videos don't like it because, like, they can't stand looking at their own face or listening to their own voice or whatever. I didn't like it because the whole editing process for me was excruciatingly boring. I don't mind listening to myself. I don't mind looking at myself. It's fine. I just, the whole editing, I was not good at it. I wasn't creative with it. I didn't want to learn to do it any better because I didn't care. And I just found it really, really painful. So how grateful am I that Brigitte does get creative joy out of making videos and is willing to make some for me, because then, you know, we get to make cool videos and do cool creative things, and I don't have to learn how to do it. Cherney says, I look at Twitch stories once in a blue moon. I don't know why the platform needed them, but I mean, it didn't. It was that TikTok has them. TikTok is vertical videos, and so Twitch decided for a little while that they needed to be TikTok, and that's why Twitch got vertical videos. Dirtles is like, on a philosophical level, Twitch stories should not be a thing, if you ask me. Briggs says, tell us more. Coincidentally, I need to step away for a few minutes. Okay, bye. Tagging Jane and Des back in. All right, well, good luck with that, Brig. Dirtle says, I have enough things to check and look at as it is. I don't need Twitch to be adding more things for me not to look at. I need Twitch to tell me when my streamers are on, and it doesn't do a good job of that either. And Jane is here. Data Wizard, thank you so much for the resubscription. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Enjoy your emotes and your ad-free viewing. I appreciate it. I have been lurking along with Oblivion lately. You seem like you're having a really good time with that. Something different. So, let's do a quick shout out. I always like to do a shout out for the Data Wizard does work, actually works out, in the world. And doesn't always make it into stream. So when you do, I do like to drop a follow, or drop a shout out, because you play a lot of different things, and I know that you play a lot of things that people are huge fans of. So if you are an enormous Elder Scrolls fan, as I know some of you are, that is what the Data Wizard has been up to lately. I kind of feel like it would be easier to make little parchment strips and then pipe the thing onto it. But the way they did it in the video was this. And I thought it looked kind of silly, and maybe I wouldn't do it, maybe I wouldn't have done it that way. And having now done it myself that way, I think I agree with my first assessment that I don't think I would do it that way. You are very welcome. I enjoy hanging out in your space whenever I can. So I think other people will enjoy hanging out there too. Similar to myself, Data Wizard can be engaged in conversation on a very grand number of things. So if you wanna talk about a thing, you are likely to gain some traction there. Okay, let's see. Jane is coding, but here. Oh, well, Baker says, and I'm weird, and I read my cookbooks like an actual book. Little blurb, ingredients, instructions. So, hey, so you like food blogs then, where they tell you a whole story about the thing, maybe. Baker says I might have a problem with ordering cookbooks. I can't stop. I mean, if you're actually reading them and using them, then that's a different thing. Baker says got a razor. I usually use one of my bread razors when I trim parchment for donuts and bagels like this. I don't, but that's a good idea. Arcadia says every so often I think it would be a good idea to edit my VODs into more YouTube-friendly videos rather than just dumping the files there direct from OBS, because Twitch only keeps VODs for a couple of weeks. And then I remember that it would involve listening to myself for 4 hours a week. Arcadia says, isn't parchment paper already just a really long strip? I mean, so mine comes in sheets. I get it out of a box. I have a big box of parchment paper in my cupboard back there. And so it comes in sheets rather than strips. Baker says, and that's the funny thing, I've never gone to a food blog. Wait, what? Never? And we've got ads incoming. Okay, no worries. So we will do that in a second. Yeah, yours is not. Most people put them on. Most people get their parchment on a roll. Most people do. But because I bake so much, I bought a big 5,000 sheet box of it. It's just easier for me to manage. Opting Out is one of the YouTubers I edit for. I'm literally just there to eliminate that friction to getting things out. I take 4 to 5 hours of video and cut it down to the script, and then another editor does the fun stuff. Oh, really? Interesting. Fox, hi, hello, hi. Foxes highlight your VODs, then they are forever. That's true. Dirtle says, oh no, it's midnight. Better go home before my pumpkin turns back into a carriage. Have a good stream, everybody. See you all soon, I hope. Bye, Dirtle. Thank you for being here. It's always lovely to have you. I'm glad you are well, and all licked by the lions. I will see you again soon, I'm sure. Good night. Sleep well. Turnies' Twitch now allows you to export VODs and highlights directly from platform now as well. That's true. You can actually do that. You don't have to record it to OBS and keep a local file. Baker's is never. I don't browse much. I go to Twitch, YouTube, and that's it. I think I got involved in Pinterest in the early days, and I was also a blogger already. I did like DIY stuff when we were first moving in. When I was first moving into this place, and I just done a variety of different things over the years. I just kind of like creating content. I like it's a creative thing for me, so it's fun. All right. With that, I do see that we have continued chat messages rolling in, but I do have to take another break. So what we are going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take a 3-minute ad break. When we come back, we will fry up some churros. We will grill up some lamb chops, and then we will call it a night. So in another hour or so. Hang tight. Stick through the 3 minutes of ads. If you're subscribed, you probably won't see them. And we will be right back. Hello and welcome back. I told you that you weren't going to miss anything, and I was mostly telling the truth, but also I lied a little bit. So the way in which I lied is that I pulled my grill pan out of the oven, which is where I keep it, and I put it on the stovetop. And then the other thing that I did is that I poured some Penzeys cinnamon sugar into this bowl. This has instructions for making it, but because I have Penzeys cinnamon sugar, and it's not a thing that I use as like a seasoning. If I'm gonna make cinnamon sugar, I'm just gonna add cinnamon to sugar. But I got free stuff. I got it for free. So like they gave it to me for free. And so I wasn't gonna like tell them not to give it to me because I could use it. But as it happens, it sits up there and I don't use it because I don't use cinnamon sugar that way. Hi kittums. Hi kitty. Hello. So Opting Out wants to know what Chester's dreaming of, and Fox is pasta. Right. So, and also, wait, what was Chester dreaming of in the pasta when the clip was taken? What are you talking about? I'm so confused. Yes, Penzeys Spices is the best. It's so good. Briggs and Sorry had to walk across Jane's keyboard. You went all the way to Jane just to walk across her keyboard, and you got back home that fast? That's really impressive. Opting Out says maybe you can hire some actors and make a shaky recreation of What We Miss like they do for those low-budget crime shows. Oh, right. Yeah, so I took this jar here, and I unscrewed the cap like that, and I put it in this bowl like that, and then I screwed the cap back on, and I put it back up here. Nico is now curled up on my keyboard and I am on mobile. Fair. I can't decide what to do. Should I fry churros first? Or should I make lamb chops first? I'll have more space if I do churros first. Okay, so let's do churros first. I think they're supposed to be warm, but like... This is so weird. How long is this supposed to take? Fry until golden brown on both sides and drain on paper towels. Okay, well, sure. I don't know how long that's going to take though, is the only thing. They're definitely not anything like golden brown. I don't know how to do this. Jesus, I cannot deny him his warm laptop time. Poor kidums. So cold. Does this, so do you just like, I feel like, hang on a second. I feel like, can I like, I don't think I should dip the silicone. Can I dip silicone in a fryer? I feel like the metal tongs are a better bet here, but also the metal tongs are not working. So, okay, so that's not going to work. The metal tongs aren't grippy enough. So do I just leave the paper in there until they're fried? I guess I do. And then pull them out. So we're just going to fry the paper. It's fine. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, yes, a fortnight. Yes, no silicone. Will it fry silicone edition? The paper part is my favorite. Baker wants me to remove the paper, but I can't get it out. I mean, okay, I can do this, right? So I can do this, and I can like grab the paper, which is probably not that hot. I can grab the paper, and then I can put them back in until they're golden brown, right? Maybe I'll get like a little... I'll get like a little bowl so that there's not oil everywhere. I don't know what I'm doing. I've never done this before. Fox, just use your fingies. That's why we got 8 of them. No, I didn't put my fingers in the fryer. Briggs says I've seen some things fried on paper, but churros isn't on that list. I don't get it either. Baker says I usually just dip them in. The paper usually peels off when the oil water hits. I just did it like they did in the video that I watched. In the video I watched, they just put the paper in the fryer. Hi, Mercy. No, I didn't put my fingers in the fryer. I just fished out. This isn't hot. Like, the paper isn't hot. It's paper. It doesn't absorb heat. So I just fished the paper out and yeah. These are supposed to be golden brown. They are too light. They don't look like churros are supposed to look. We're frying paper to coat it in cinnamon sugar. Yes, we are. We're making fried churros and fried fingies. We are not frying my fingies. The churros look a little bit like fingies, though. They look a little bit like my fingies. Look, like I feel like this is a rather convincing fingy. Like lady fingies, exactly. Whereas actually lady fingies look a lot less like fingies than these churros do. They're bigger. I've actually never made lady fingers. I know Quill did though. Like so if we just like do it like this and then it'll come right off in theory. Aha. Okay. Aha. This is the way. Thank you. That's better. The video though, they just threw the paper in the fryer. But this is better. And also it'll fit more of them, which is nice because then I won't have to do as many batches. Baker, I'm so glad you exist and that you choose to be here. And not just because you're helpful. Because you didn't make fun of me for it. Briggs says next time make these on rice paper. No, thank you. No, Noob says put that one on the list for Halloween. Fair. Baker says ladyfingers can be an event if you're not used to that kind of mix. Noob says churros with some red glaze on one side, some white chocolate chip on the other. Boom, fried fingy. Oh, that's right. We didn't make him any more rice. Should I?
Yes.
Okay. Is this stream going to Charlotte because ladyfingers? Yeah, and sorry. No, you're not backseating. No, I absolutely am fine. I feel like there's a line, you know? Like there's like a line where people sometimes are like, "Why are you making this thing? That thing is so much better." And I'm like, "Okay, but I'm not making that. I'm making this, so what's your point?" Like that kind of comment. I'm inclined to be a little less. I'll still be polite about it, but internally I'll be annoyed. You've never annoyed me, not even once. Not even. You haven't even, like, if the line is here and the inappropriate comment is here, you're like way over here. You're fine. So Fox says I tried to make lady fingies for tiramisu, but there was one essential part that I could not find to buy at the store, so no lady fingies. Oh no. I don't know. I don't know how. I've never done it. But like I said, Quill has done it and they looked good and made tiramisu out of it. So it should like be fine. Although I can't make tiramisu. Tiramisu is full of like cream and cheese and stuff, and that just doesn't work for our household. Yes, this is Grog. It was Grog. How is Grog doing? Fully recovered? Fit as a fiddle? 23 skidoo? The cat's pajamas. Leah and Baker trying to keep the stream on track. No, we're not. We're fake news. Not trying to do that at all. I mean, yeah, we are gonna like continue to fry our things, but I don't know. You'll have to ask him. Grog is no longer in pain, but waiting to get more lab work. Okay, fair. Genuine question, but wrapped in a reference that nobody here is going to get. You're right, I didn't get it. I mean, the cat's pajamas, the bee's knees, like these are like good things. Like hyperbolically good in the 1950s. Fox's 23 skidoo is like a radio reference. Really? I had no idea. But then again, I don't understand like 3/4 of what you people say to me, so it's fine. I feel like these are like taking a little longer than I would have expected, but I mean, I guess that's okay. I feel like when they heat, like when they do them at, oh, these should still, when they're hot, I should toss them in cinnamon sugar, or the cinnamon sugar won't stick. We don't like that. We don't want it so that the cinnamon sugar is not going to stick. They look delicious. I'm going to be good though, and I'm not going to eat it until after my dinner. I don't know. I can barely remember. You're doing fine. Briggs's 23 skidoo describes how my old flatmates left the place. Opting out is pulled from an episode of a show called Corner Gas. I love Corner Gas. Of course I love Corner Gas. Who doesn't love Corner Gas? Corner Gas is one of the only comedies in existence that I think is funny. Corner Gas is so good. It's so good. I think maybe my humor is just Canadian. Maybe that's the problem. I think the Bare Naked Ladies are funny too. Noobs is me looking at Fox and opting speaking the language of the gods. Probably, yeah. Baker says maybe it'll be like the movie 13th Warrior, and if we listen to it enough, eventually we'll understand. Yeah. Corner Gas is so good. I introduced Grog to Corner Gas. Yeah, a tax man. I'm a tax man. It's such a funny show. It is so funny. I don't know. Do you think Brigitte would like it? Opting out, do you do? Okay. We should watch at least a couple of episodes. I have them all on DVD. And I think I can do that from I think I can do it on DVD from VLC into Discord. So I should be able to put it into Discord. But I mean after Yuri probably. Or maybe I'll just like do a private showing for Brigitte. It's such a good show. I was really sad when they stopped making it. I never saw the cartoon though. I know they did a cartoon and I didn't see that. Am I going to be able to fit 3 more in there? Probably not. Let's just do these. Amelie, hello. Hi. Welcome in. Opting out says I think she may well like it, though like me, she may find the pacing of the editing just a little off throughout. But isn't that kind of perfect? Like, isn't it supposed to be? Like, isn't it the whole, like, the idea that, like, that things move at a different pace in Saskatchewan? Doesn't it take place in Saskatchewan? I think that's right. Dog River, Saskatchewan. In fact, for years, I can say this now because it isn't anymore. But for years, my license plate was DOGRVR because I was such a huge fan of Corner Gas. Like, it was my favorite show for like a decade. Haven't seen Corner Gas. Who do you think you're talking to? Oh, and Fox has now looked into the phrase. Okay. So is Fox going to learn us something? These things are torturing me. They smell so good. Okay, so Fox is basically, it's two phrases smushed together that nobody understood at the start. There's your farces for phrases, faras. It's just a fara. A sentence fara. Aren't you playing a game today? I'm not. I am cooking today. We are making. Do you ate it? You're not supposed to. He stole it. You're not supposed to eat it. You sneaky grog eating dessert first. Thief. That food isn't for you. I mean, it is. It's just not for him till later. Until after beans and lamb chops. Now you have to meet his energy. What? By putting a must... Wait, I don't understand. I don't want to be a cop. I don't, if he's going to be a thief, that makes me a cop, and I don't want to be a cop. Baker says Grog needs to level up his stealth skills, almost got away with it. I mean, if he hadn't said it was good, I wouldn't have noticed. Of course, I also have, like, it's basically like I've got a mirror behind me because I've got the camera here. Y'all want me to eat the churro? Churney says I would treat Leah again, but I can't. No, you can't. It's once per person per stream. Although I think someone else could actually. Let's see. Eat the churro. Anyway, you didn't accept my friend request on Discord. I'm sorry. I don't recognize your name. I'm sorry. And I don't look at Discord while I'm streaming. So if it was recently, it was because I didn't see it. I guess I can look now. I do have a second. Oh no, Jane has to be on the work calls again. No more work calls. Don't you know that Jane wants to go home? Yeah, I do have an outstanding notification, but I haven't I don't look at Discord while I'm streaming. I'm a little otherwise occupied. I'm sorry. All right, so these are almost done. These look pretty good. Very close to being done. Jane says, to be frank, I work from home, so I'm already here. I mean, yes, I know you're already home, but like also, like you shouldn't be they shouldn't be telling you to work. It's work time is done. It's after 5 o'clock. Don't they know that you have other more important things to do, like hang out in Twitch streams? I think that looks good. Those look pretty golden. I'm also getting hungry, and so I really want to make these lamb chops. And so I'm just going to take these out of the fryer because I want my foods. All right. All right. There we go. That is all the churros back in the thing. And then we're gonna dump these in the cinnamon sugar so that they're done. They smell delicious. I'm actually kind of surprised that I can even smell them over the beans, but I can. All right. Okay. Almost done. Let me put this over here. In fact, I think what I can do is I can dump these in the trash. And then I can move the cinnamon sugar over here. I just don't want to get like grilled lamb spatter all over my churros. Let's turn on the heat here. And I'll let you guys see the lamb. And then we have to boil this down a little bit. So this is the marinated lamb chops. I can't really tell that that's lamb chops, but it is. And then get a pan. And then I think it just wants me to like cook down the salsa a little bit for sauce. Okay, prepare the salsa. Fresh marinade to a small saucepan with the tequila. Cook the salsa medium-low heat until it thickens about 15 to 20 minutes. Oh shit. Okay. Well, this definitely needs to go in there then. I mean, it's pretty thick already, so yeah. I'm not really that worried about it thickening, but all right. And I can probably just leave this out, actually, because then we'll have something to put the thing in. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really necessarily need to be thickened, but we also are, I'm not going to add tequila. I'm going to add mezcal. So I need 1 tablespoon. Tablespoon of mezcal. Which is this one.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Fox says still can't believe you're not an editor. You're an editor. Not that it's surprising, but it's part of what I want to do for my life. Oh, Journey says, if you responded to my quip encouraging you to have dessert first yourself, I had my headset off for a moment when my partner came in. What did I say? Oh, well, you said that you wanted to redeem Treat Lee again, but you couldn't because you did it earlier. And I said that, yes, I have it set to once per person per stream. But I believe, since you did it right at the beginning of stream, that someone else could redeem it. And then I would be forced to have dessert first. But since no one did, I assume nobody wants that, and we're just going to wait, which is fine. I think I have it set to every 2 hours. And twice per stream. Oh, Grog says I tried. It's still on cooldown. Oh, okay. Maybe it's set to 3 hours then. Opting out says I used to do a little as part of a business I ran. Now I just do it volunteer for channels I feel are worthwhile. Yeah. Opting out has shared some of the things that, some things from some channels that he has previously, and it's all been really good stuff. Fox is nice. I've been doing my own editing since I started streaming. It's been a journey. I wish I loved it. I just don't. And Jane is back. Heck yeah. Yay. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's on cooldown. Okay. All right. Here. I'm going to do it then. I'm just going to do it. We're just going to have dessert first. It's fine. Churro. Wait. Churro. Look at this. Wait, here. Can put it in. This is better. This is slightly better. Hold on. We got to do the makeup thing. Look at that. All right. Om nom nom. Mm-hmm. It's fried. It's crunchy. I'm gonna wash my hands. Oh, that is really good. Actually, weirdly, it reminds me a little bit of the cookies that Perpetually Exhausted had us make. With the because that was orange and cinnamon, but the lemon and cinnamon together. Pretty dang good. I like those a lot. And then, of course, you're supposed to, like, dip them in, like, drinking chocolate or something. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to eat them. Mainly because I would have to make it with almond milk in order for Grog to be able to drink it. And anyway, it was just I decided it was too much effort. All right. So I think our pan is sufficiently heated. So let me get the lamb chops out of their marinade. Just gonna shake off the excess here. Really, in theory, I probably should have had 6, but I only had 3, so this is what we're doing. I may end up rounding out my meal with a little bit of leftover soup from the other day. We'll just have to see, because they're kind of small. All right. Actually, I'm just gonna do this. I can't use that anyway. Let me wash my hands so that I don't get chili stuff all over it. Hi, Andy. Hi. Uh-oh. Talk says it felt like a chore in the beginning, but then became the reason I wanted to get better at games, so I wouldn't hate editing as much. Wait, opting out is leaving? Hold on. Let me scroll up. I missed opting out leaving. Oh no. Anyway, I have to head to town and pick up tea. Okay, bye. Have a safe drive. Churdy says, I don't know how I'm going to satisfy all these cravings tonight, Leak. Cinnamon toast. Cinnamon toast. Cinnamon sugar toast. I don't know what to tell you about the lamb and the salsa. Or whatever it is. I'm going to call it a sauce because I don't think salsas are hot, but that's just maybe my bias. Same topic. Wait, and I missed something that Kaylee said too. I'm missing all the things. Oh my gosh. Hold on a second. What did Kaylee say? Kaylee says, done with schoolwork. Heck yeah. Amazing. I'm so glad, Kaylee. Congratulations. Let's see. So, my mom also put it on toast. Put what on toast? Cinnamon sugar? Yes, it's a Chester. He's up and wandering about, but I don't know where he is. Charity says, I love that you found a good motivator for yourself. That's awesome. I love cinnamon sugar toast. I don't know that I've actually ever eaten cinnamon sugar toast, but I know that a lot of people like it. Kaylee says this first week is going to be a struggle. I had such a nice break. I'm sorry. Oh no, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm going to use these because they're already dirty. They just have oil on them. Okay. Those might need a little bit more than 3 minutes per side, but we'll see. You're actually supposed to make these on the like actual grill, and so it's kind of hard for me to judge how long to cook them. 2 minutes before flipping. Grill the lime slices at the end for a couple of minutes. Okay, here's what they did. I'm gonna do this because I think that sounds delicious. Which is to throw half a lime on the grill and then use it to put, this is so California to me. I don't know if this is actually like Mexican or what it is. This is actually listed as barbacoa lamb, but I think barbacoa just means barbecued, right? What do I know? But it's supposed to be barbecued, not like made in a grill pan on the stove. These are getting nice little char marks on them. I like it. So then I'm going to flip it, and then we're going to test it. I'm going to do probably medium rather than medium rare. Medium to, rather than medium rare. So I think we're going to want it at like 140. So I'm doing 3 minutes per side. This smells so good. It smells so good. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this extra cinnamon sugar. We're going to have to do something with it because they told me to put half a cup. And that's, I didn't even use half a cup, but that's still a lot left. Make more churros? Cinnabuns? Oh, we could. We could do that. Make cinnamon and sugar cream? What is that? Cream doesn't sound like something we can eat, but and Jane wants us to send them to us, to send them to her. I would love to do that. I don't think they will travel that well, but I would love to do that. Yeah, I mean, when you make cinnamon buns, you roll up cinnamon sugar. Although usually it's brown sugar, not white sugar. What would you use in your house to cream sugar? I mean, we do use butter. Almond milk? I have no idea what y'all are talking about. Jane says I was going to say you have my address, but that's no longer true. Oh, yeah, because I did mail you something, but then you moved. Oh, no. I don't know what either of you were talking about. This implies a cinnamon sugar liquid that I don't know what it is. I'm very confused. Actually, just gonna unplug that. Put it over here. Actually, you know what? This is kind of messy. So, well, actually, you know what? Let's just do this. This will be easier. We'll do it like that. All right, there. And then bowls for beans. Actually, we should use, where's the other one? These are done. Oh, that's not done. These are smelling pretty done. Okay. Close that. We have to look at the lime here. There we go. Nice little grill marks on our lime. And then the salsa. Oh, I should probably taste that for seasoning, huh? I think I'm just going to turn that off. Yeah, I would just use just a powdered sugar based icing. So I would just use like just like almond milk with powdered sugar to do it. Because traditionally, of course, actually I think these want a little bit more time. Traditionally you use cream cheese icing on cinnamon buns, and of course we can't do that. So, you know, it's fine. Let me just flip those again. They really only need a couple more minutes, I think. Oh, maybe a little longer than I thought. Okay, so maybe a little longer than I thought. They're not even rare yet. At least not according to the thermometer. So let's just set another timer for like 3 minutes. Okay. But we can do the beans. I can dish up the beans because the beans are done. All right. Close that. Oh, the only thing I have to do here is, hold on. Oh, so the other thing I have here is this, and I don't know what to do with this, you guys. I have this like, I used dried chilies for this sauce, right? Actually, let me just, this is the skin from the ham hock. I don't want that. In fact, I don't think I want the ham hock at all because there wasn't much meat on it. It was mostly just bone. So I'm just going to dump that out. There we go. There's a little bit of meat in there, but not much. Okay. Actually, these bowls are too big. I think I kind of want, I don't know where the other one is the only thing. Like, where's the other big ramekin? Oh, it has herb butter in it. That's why. Whatever. We'll use this one. Bunches for me. Less bunches for Grog. Ow. Heckies. So anyway, finishing my sentence. I have the soaking liquid from the dried chilies. And I feel like I should be able to do something with this. And I don't know what. But it smelled delicious. It tasted like I tasted it earlier because I was curious what they tasted like. I was wondering, I couldn't get the chilies that the sauce recipe recommended. And so and so I ended up getting something else, and I wanted to make sure it wasn't too hot before I made the sauce. So so I tasted it earlier and it was delicious. It's like smoky and yummy. Mom, hi, hello. Once again, I had to reboot in order to chat. Buggy Twitch Mobile. Just wanted to smash those lamb chops. Look, smash. Say those lamb chops look and sound amazing. I can almost smell them. They look amazing. There we go. Okay, that is actually probably a little overdone. That's okay. All right, so I'm going to grab one of these for me. Probably this one. Little tiny lamb chop. I think I'll probably end up supplementing my dinner with the leftover soup, but that's okay. And then these are for Grog. And then I'm going to put, hold on. I'm gonna need a spoon. Spoon. Of the sauce over the top. If I had some cilantro, that would also be amazing over the top of this, but I don't have any. So let's just quickly take a picture of all of this, dump these in there. Oops. Brigitte says some instant mashed potatoes would be a good fit. Indeed, always a good addition. And then let me take a quick picture because all of this looks incredible. Oops. Can you just stay facing the camera? These limes, I tell you, minds of their own. All right. And then I will show you all our plate here. Look at that. So this is lamb chops with like a hot salsa. And then the ranch beans, and we squeeze a squeeze of lime over the top. I'm gonna go give this to Grog. I would normally ring the dinner bell, but I don't want to put this down because I realized that I actually put that straight in the oil and it's not oily and I don't want to push my luck. So I'll be right back. All right. And then, so you guys can see the churros up close. Look at this. Look at that. Don't they look so good? They look so good. I actually am kind of tempted to make some hot chocolate now so that I can dunk them in it. I might have to do that after stream. After Grog has done the dishes, maybe. Oh, I didn't put the sauce on mine. Silly girl. All right. Uh-oh. There was a... Oh, okay. Jane says it looks so good. Way more exciting than the soup I'm about to make. Hey, the soup can be great. I made soup the other day. It was delicious. Your soup will be good. And then you can, make something like this another time. The recipe's right there. Just ready for you. It was actually you guys saw how easy it was. Like, I did make a bit of a mess of the kitchen earlier, but. Oh my fucking God. You guys! The lamb! You'll notice Grog is not typing. I'm pretty sure Grog is not typing because he's too busy stuffing his face with delicious lamb. Holy hell, you guys. This is so freaking good. Oh my God, this is so good. Especially for those of you who like lamb and have a barbecue. Oh, I cannot tell you how absolutely friggin' delicious this is. Hi, Snow. Hi. Good to see you. Also, Kara. Hi. How are ya? Good to see you. How are things? Oh my God. Okay, so I made this lamb So I marinated it in. So what it had us do was roast. I wish I could have showed you guys this. What it had us do was roast half an onion, 2 plum tomatoes, and 2 cloves of garlic in the. I did it in the oven. It probably took 20 minutes at 425 degrees. So it got a little bit charred. I chucked it and some rehydrated chilies into the food processor, which is actually in the dining room at the moment because I needed space for the fryer. And with some spices. The recipe's there. If you just do command recipe in the chat, so !recipe, I put them all on my blog, and then you can click over to the original site where I got it for like pictures and details and stuff. But I just like housing them all in one place so that people know where to look for them. And then you separate it. So you divide it in half. You use half to marinate your lamb, and then half you use to make a salsa. That's the like chili sauce stuff. Holy fuck. This is so good. Cara made it to Georgia. Heck yeah. Just a couple hours south from home. Gonna stay here a month while I wait for my next contract. Okay, I'm gonna actually squeeze the lime over the top of this. Not that I think it needs the extra acid. It has you add a little bit of apple cider vinegar. And I think that's what I like so much about it. Like, it has enough acid that like it's not, I don't know. It's like, it's a little bit spicy. It's really smoky. It's got that little bit of acid. The lime juice does add a little bit of brightness. So, holy shit. God, this is so good. This is absolutely wild. I'm going to have to get more lamb chops from Imperfect Foods, I think, and make this again because, oh my God. And next time I'll get 2 packs so that I can have more. Huh. For whatever reason, I thought there were 2 in there and there just weren't. This is so good. I thought the churros were good. Holy shit. Well, Cara, I'm glad you get a little break. You deserve it. I don't want to waste any of this. Yeah, this is absolutely incredible. Highly, 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 highly recommend this recipe. And like I said, you can do it on the grill too. I just obviously used my grill pan because we don't have one. That might be a little fatty and not amazing. But this part, no, that might just be all fat. That's okay. So, holy heck. So good. And I really like the ranch beans. Weirdly though, this time they came out not as spicy as they usually do. Little bit pales in comparison to the lamb, I gotta be honest. I usually really, really love those. But they're definitely not quite as flavorful as the lamb. Which is okay. Because you know, it's just a side. But I'm gonna take this this sauce and I'm gonna plop it in there in my beans. Because that salsa is amazing. So delicious. I'm so pleased. I'm gonna eat my beans off camera. But while I figure out what comes next, more dessert. I'm really glad these worked. I was gonna be disappointed if they didn't. All right. So, saying thank you to Grognard Gourmand. Thank you for being here. Wait, what is sus? Brig wants me to dip the churro in the beans. No, I'm not ruining either of them. Not going to do it, Brigitte. Thank you for shouting at Brigitte for me. That was appropriate, Jane. Speaking of other wonderful, helpful moderator people, Jane, thank you for coming and moderating the stream, stepping in when Brigitte had to step out for a minute. I appreciate it. Jane, I don't know if you heard when you might have been on a call. So if you do, you can now do command clip in the chat, just mods for now. I'm going to change it to VIPs after stream, but just for mods. If you want to just make a quick 30-second clip from mobile, it's just exclamation point clip, and you can just whoop, and then it's out in the world. But I know you're often on your phone, so I figured that would be handy so that we could like grab it and run. So yeah, you're welcome. And also thank you. And then also thank you very much to Brigitte for definitely, for moderating today, causing shenanigans, and of course donating Steam keys to give away for folks, who, might like to win something on Saturday. Baker wants a donkey. Okay, cool. And then last but not least, Des Dabbles, thank you for being here. Thank you for moderating. Good friend. We will be live again tomorrow together, probably, I assume, possibly, or maybe not. I don't know. Because I think Des's kids go back to school, so maybe that won't work out. I don't know. Whatever. We'll try. But Des is going to be live tomorrow for sure on her channel at 1 o'clock Eastern time. So she's going to be playing Last of Us Part 2 all this week. And then next week she's going to work Dragon Age Veilguard back into the rotation. So definitely come over there and hang out with us for that. It's been really interesting thus far and continues to be so. So I assume you all want to come check it out and hang out with us. Oh, beans plus churros equals burros, which is a donkey. I hate everything. I don't hate all of you, but yeah. Karis is back to school except during the snow ice storm on Friday. Time to build a snowman. Yes, we have been, well, we've mostly got it cleared, I think, now. So I think everybody's headed back to doing whatever on Wednesday. A lot of the region is off for Jimmy Carter's like Day of Remembrance on Thursday, and then Friday we may get another snowstorm, so this could all be interesting. Anyway, whatever. Baker says I wasn't even going to explain it. I was fine with it just being thought that I wanted a donkey. See, I mean, who doesn't want a donkey? I don't want a donkey. Donkeys bite. Every donkey I ever knew bit. So I don't know if I want a donkey, but if you want a donkey, more power to you. Let's see. What else have we got? Right. Schedule. Speaking of tomorrow, I will be live at 8:30 in the morning. I don't think the schedule says that I will be. No, the schedule says 8, but I will be live at 8:30, which is when I go live for our early morning Fortnite practice streams. We're going to be doing that again tomorrow, Wednesday. Thursday, again, no stream. Friday, we're going to be back in the kitchen. We're going to make some vegetable soup from the James Beard cookbook. Saturday, we are back in the gaming chair for the Lamplighters League. I don't know if you guys didn't catch it this past week. There's a little synopsis of what happened in the Discord. This is a tactical RPG. I am having a tremendously good time with it. The characters are great. The plot is really interesting. The gameplay is really fun. And I can't wait to play more of it. So that's a good sign, right? Right. Car's going to surprise my nephew and nieces on Friday. Know what later schools will be in when there's any snow. Oh, yeah. No. Oh, and I have a truck with 4-wheel drive on 6 wheels. Snow and ice. Ha! Just be careful you don't get stuck in worse places, as my father-in-law likes to say. Mom says today is National Bird Day, so maybe a parrot or a toucan. No, birds don't exist. Abby says, Leah, any lamb chops left for me? No.
I'll have what she's having.
Maka, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Hello, it's good to see you. How are you? Are you good? It just occurred to me seeing your cute little face that I haven't seen you live lately, but that may be more of a me thing since I've definitely had a couple of days with both Grog and Chester sick that I slept in, so I may have missed things. But I hope you're doing well. I miss your presence. You better watch that video or Brig will cry. Yes, so there's a video in the Discord. If you missed the Lamplighters League, you can catch up there. It's just a minute long, and Brig did a great job on it. So I think you should definitely go watch it before Saturday. I'm sure we'll show it again or something on stream, but so I'm really pleased with it. I think it turned out good. Abby says, I see how it is. Leah doesn't love me anymore. Abby, of course I love you. I just only had 3 lamb chops. And I would need like a whole pack of lamb chops just for Abby. In fact, I would maybe need 2 packs of lamb chops just for Abby. So I would need like a pack for me and a pack for Grog and 2 packs for Abby. So if I provide proof that I'm not watching it, will you cry? Grog, don't make Brigitte cry. It's mean. Anyway, so that's the rest of the stream week. If you would like, you can follow me on social media in the meantime. I have Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and there is the link to the Discord if you want to join the Discord. We have been doing some Marvel Rivals. We are watching plays once a month. We're watching Yuri on Ice all the next month and some. We do movie nights, we play Fortnite, we play Lego Fortnite. I don't know, there's just a lot going on in there all the time, and that's not even including all the things that get posted by all of our wild, wonderful, and slightly bizarre friends. I think that's gonna do it for me for tonight. Thank you for hanging out here. I can't believe I turned half an hour of churro making and 5 minutes of grilling lamb chops. Actually, I think it took like 8 minutes of grilling lamb chops into a 3-hour stream. So thank you for helping with that. You chaos goblins. I am going to go ahead and see if I can find someone to raid. Give me a moment here while I wonder, worry, and ponder. Who have we got here? Interesting. My goodness. Sure are a lot of people live. Only person that I have who's live and cooking. Oh, I have 2 people who are live and cooking. Let me... Okay, no, you are not doing anything that I am interested in. You are very welcome, Baker. Thanks for being here. Churney, thank you for being here. Abby, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I think we're actually just going to go ahead and raid Chef John. I want to sit down and eat my dinner, and also I have to heat up supplemental dinner. So we're going to do that. I am going to go ahead and send us on a raid over to Chef John, who was in here earlier. Lovely human, tremendous chef. Tends to focus on Asian cuisines, usually in a bit of a fusion way. Today we are making meaty, cheesy, saucy baked rice. I don't know what's going on here, but I guess we'll find out. Thank you for putting the raid messages in the chat. If you are so inclined to come along on the raid, please do copy one of those raid messages. Come and drop them in Chef John's chat and give him a warm I don't know, welcome. I know we gave him a warm welcome already because he was in here earlier, but let's go ahead and say hi to John. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for all of your chaos and shenanigans. The stream would not be as fun without you, of course. In fact, it wouldn't be anything without you. So thank you for being here and sharing all of your lovely good times and good fun and good energy. And we will see you back here bright and early tomorrow morning. Bye, guys. Rewarm that welcome.